This is the convening of the Cottonwood Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottonwood for presentation of proclamations, awards, and introduction of new city employees to be held at 5:30 p.m. at the Council Chambers Building. I'm joined today by Councilmember Henry, Councilmember Norman, and the Vice Mayor Allen, as well as Councilmember Pfeiffer. Okay, so first up is a proclamation proclaiming April as National 911 Education Month. So whereas 911 is nationally recognized as the number to call in emergency to receive immediate help from police, fire, emergency medical services, or other appropriate emergency response entities, and whereas 911 was designated by Congress as a national emergency call number under the Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act of 1999, and whereas the Enhanced 911 Act of 2004 established Enhanced 911 as a high national priority as part of our nation's homeland security and public safety. And whereas people of all ages use 911 and it is critical to educate the public of all ages on the proper use of 911. And whereas a growing segment of the population, including the deaf, hard of hearing, deaf, blind, and individuals with speech disabilities increasingly communicate with non-traditional text, video, and instant messaging communications services and anticipate that these services will be able to connect directly to 911, and whereas thousands of 911 calls are made every year by children properly trained on the use of 911, resulting in lives saved, which underscores the critical importance of training children early in life about 911. And whereas there is widespread misuse of the 911 system, including prank and non-emergency calls, which can result in costly and inefficient use of 911 and emergency response resources. Now, therefore, I, Tim Alinsky, the Mayor of Cottonwood, Arizona, do hereby proclaim April 2018 as National 911 Education Month and call upon all government officials, parents, teachers, school administrators, caregivers, business leaders, nonprofit organizations, and the people of Cottonwood, Arizona to observe this month with training, events, and activities to educate the public on 911 and its services. Do we have someone here tonight to receive this proclamation? Chief Gazelle, Marie Carpenter? Sergeant Colt, are you coming up as well?
I'm so finished here.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate it. And, you know, as that proclamation, I think, underscored the challenges and the complexity, really, of the job of a dispatcher in our 911 center has really evolved to the point where it's becoming extremely difficult for us to find human beings that can actually do it and do it well and thrive. And thankfully, we're very, very fortunate to have one of the best, I believe, one of the best communication teams around that not only serve the public, but they also are unsung heroes and back our officers up, but also our firefighters as well, because our regional dispatch center, if you're not familiar, dispatches both police and fire. So we're very fortunate to have a phenomenal team as part of our team. And I'd like to turn it over real briefly to our communications manager, Marie Carpenter.
Yes, April is National 911 Education Month. We're very excited about April in our line of work because it gives us an opportunity to reach out to the community and explain the proper use of 911, dispel any myths about 911. And one of the items touched on in the proclamation is the increasing use of technologies for the deaf and hard of hearing community, non-traditional communication devices. We are not in that arena just yet. We're working towards that as the state of Arizona moves towards next generation 911. And hopefully in the next few years, we'll see that text to 911 capability here in the Verde Valley. We do have some activities planned for the month. We'll have a county-wide segment on 911 education that we'll be putting out. We've got some PSAs that our dispatchers have recorded. So we have our own dispatchers' voices out there talking about the proper use of 911. We're going to try and line up some tours of the center and invite the media into our center so they can see firsthand what we do and hopefully recruit, and get the message out that this is an amazing profession, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I love the people I work with. I have an amazing team, and yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next and last on the agenda is introduction of new employees. We have Daniel Grenough, and is that pretty good? Okay. New firefighter. Is the chief going to introduce you? Very good. Thank you.
Oh, I haven't figured out yet how I'm supposed to address you guys in this.
I know, it's just face the camera. That's important.
Yeah, face the camera. Before I introduce Daniel, I would like to also add my appreciation and admiration of our 911 Public Safety Communications Center. They are truly, as they said, the first responders, but we couldn't do our job without them, and we truly do appreciate them and the professionalism they show to us. Certainly I was in there on a large incident just outside the city where we were there just the last couple of weeks, and went into the dispatch center, and I was just so impressed with the professionalism of our crew and what a great job they did on that, and a lot of things happening, and they did just a wonderful job. Also, it is my privilege tonight to introduce to you council, mayor, and public, our newest full-time firefighter, Daniel Grenough. Go ahead, Grant, come on up. While I do this, first I would be remiss to not mention that Daniel's wife CJ, his daughter Chloe, and son Jax are also here with him tonight. For those of you who don't and didn't realize it, he's worked for 10 years here in Old Town at the Tavern Grill. Worked for 10 years here off and on while I was doing other things, including going to school to become a firefighter. He was actually raised in the area, went to school and graduated from Mingus Union High School here in the Valley. He's been a volunteer for us for about a year, so he's not a stranger to us over at Cottonwood Fire, but has come into our ranks in the last 2 weeks, a little over that now, as our newest full-time firefighter. One of the things that's kind of unusual about, and not in a weird sort of way, about Daniel, that you wouldn't guess by looking at him and just kind of in general, he spent a number of years here working at military ranges dealing with unexploded ordnance. So we realize he's probably got pretty good nerves to be able to handle all the things that we do. But his true passion for the last number of years has been coming into the fire service, and he was working over at the ambulance company just before he came to work for us. In fact, they were not happy that we took him from their midst to go to work for us, and as he was a great employee for them over there. We've got, it's a lot of excitement on our end, just welcoming to our department, and believe he's just going to do an outstanding job for us in the fire department. So welcome aboard, and I think he's going to share a little bit more about himself with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it. Yes, like Chief said, you know, I'm a local here in Cottonwood. Been here for over 20 years. My family, kids were born and raised here. Go to the Christian school right here. I did do unexploded ordnance, military ranges. Absolutely loved blowing things up for a living. It was a great rush. I miss it a lot, but I was traveling quite a bit. You know, I wasn't able to watch my kids grow up, and that was everything to me. You know, I wanted to be around, watch them grow up. So I ended up quitting my job early, coming back, doing my EMT class, and have been home since. I had the opportunity last year to go work at a refugee camp in El Paso, Texas. Great operation out there. It was a refugee camp for kids. I have a passion working with kids. Kind of opened my eyes quite a bit because my wife and I just got certified in doing foster care. We have 2 kids in our care right now as well. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. They have a visitation with their mom tonight, but yeah, so that's been going really well for us. And I'm very happy to be part of this city of Cottonwood, being part of the team. So thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Something you said there?
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Did you want a picture of all the fire with him? Absolutely. Come on. Come on, guys.
What's left?
The other truck had to leave.
There's something I said.
No, they may not like you now, but they will. No, they had to respond to emergencies. Stand around, stand right there. Show that we do like you. Great, thank you. I wasn't here.
That concludes our pre-meeting. We'll meet again at 6 o'clock.